So, are we ready to jump over to the 8-bit
Looks
Duke
like we're good.
All right.
with Mega Man Game Gear?
I cannot wait to see this.
Like, subscribe, donate. Smash that subscribe button, I guess.
The kiddos.
You know, in the reaction when people say
kiddos
Mega
need
Man
money.
on the Game Gear and it's met with a confused way of saying it is an excellent sign that you're in for a real treat. I'm Duke. Joining me on the couch here is my friend Naveed.
Hey.
We're a couple of YouTube guys, you know,
Sort of.
handsome, ready to mingle and party. Just a little Mega Man on the Game Gear. Made by US Gold. And a little tiny, a little too Sega-y, and a little floaty, and boy, you guys are going to dig this, I hope.
You picked probably the worst person. to be
You
here
own
with
this
you.
game, though.
I do own this game.
Yeah,
but
this
I
is
know
a this
nothing.
is a pricey collector's
It is.
item.
I got it for like $10 at the garage sale.
It's not a $2 Sonic the Hedgehog Game Gear game
Mm-hmm.
or Super Columns or whatever. This is a collector's item. Mega Man on the Game Gear is a 4-robot. Oh, it's a 6-robot master game. You only get to pick 4. The other 2 you get in an order. A little amalgamation of Mega Man 4 and 5 on the NES. And it suffers a little bit. So you got Stone Man, Napalm Man, Bright Man, Star Man, and weaknesses, not a big deal in this game. You can get it through it pretty decently with just the Buster.
Any order? Best order?
I personally, we're going to try Brightman first because
Okay.
I hate Brightman stage, and we'll talk about that. It's good to just get it out of the way. Brightman and Starman you could definitely do with just the Buster pretty easily. But this game's a little interesting. You know, it looks fine. You know, Mega Man, he jumps, his mouth opens. You kind of expect that. You know, the stage gets darker. I mean, it's all pretty normal,
it looks
pretty
like
normal
Mega
affair.
Man, yeah.
I mean, it does what it does.
Right.
But you know what? It hasn't gotten brighter yet in this stage, like it's supposed to when these little light bulb dudes come around. So it's got its own quirks.
So, like one of the worst things about this version in terms of like playability is that like the screen real estate is way smaller.
So the way
right?
the witchcraft involved here, and the folks at home get to see the best way this could be looked at. The Sega Master System can convert, you know, ROMs from the Game Gear, which is how we're doing it. But because that increases the field of view to meet the Master System's resolution, you get all the data bus stuff and all the side graphic stuff, the junk, which for like sprites is usually okay, but it makes the floor look a little bit wider than it is. It makes things look a little bit taller than they are. Starman stage is a real weird one because it looks like there's like traps at the top of the screen when they're not. So if it looks like if I'm terrible at this, that's why. It's not because I'm actually bad at video games.
Looks like we need some game audio. I don't know if the folks at home are getting game audio.
Look, it's the Game Gear.
Okay.
If there is audio, you don't want it, I'm sure. Because when I've practiced it, I actually have muted it. You know, it's one of those things. Because I actually love the Master System sound. A lot of people kind of are like about it, especially Mega Man on the NES is such a, you want that right. You expect it to be good. What about Lightbulb says I need grasshoppers going over
I don't
spikes to the
know.
stage? That's what I've never understood Bright Man. He's a bit, and totem poles with little faces on them. He's a special
Those
bulb.
grasshoppers are cool though. They're just like
Cute little guys.
they don't blink. I mean, I know they're machines, but
They
you
don't
think they'd
blink.
put-
They're on spikes. That's the thing you're worried about. They probably are in pain. That's sharp.
at all times. That's probably why their eyes are always open.
Yeah, they're just constantly like, oh no, this is it. There's a blue dude jumping on me. So this is the part that I hate about this level. This jump right here to get on this platform. This screws me up all the time. We'll see if we can do it.
You got this.
We'll see. Don't put your hope in me. Because there's something weird about how Mega Man jumps in this to me. Like it's just maybe it's the drag on the Genesis controller. It's not that. It's the way they programmed it. It's a bit of a weird one, but it's like a very pixel perfect jump. So let's see.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
See?
Dude, you were like right at the edge of that
Exactly.
platform.
That's
too.
the problem. So we give that a couple shots. That's why I wanted to get this one out of the way. Get
Right.
this stage done, and then it's smooth sailing until Wily's Castle Waveman stage.
This is your favorite Mega Man game, right? I assume.
I mean, you know what? It's the one I get to perform for the audience.
Yeah.
And while people get to watch this feat of programming goodness, they have a great opportunity here at the Mega Man-athon to walk away with some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Just a little $25 donation at megamanathon.com, and you can get a chance to win a whole Nintendo Switch,
Brand
locally
new.
sourced organic, with every physical copy of the Mega Man games currently available on the system, which is all of them, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire Legacy Collection stuff, the X Legacy Collection, Mega Man 11, which I actually just bought last week.
Nice.
Finally. I had not played it when it came out, and I thought that game was fantastic. Mm-hmm. See?
That's a tough jump.
It's like they knew no one was going to... Like, we need to make sure that we have a game that people can return to the store.
You also get a Mega Man helmet with that $25 donation.
Look, if you want to be the coolest kid ever, or a legally voting age adult, you need to do this. $25, stackable donation, so, get your money out.
Right.
You can do it here at MAGFest. If you're here physically, we've got a great donation table ready for you to take your money. It's all going to Child's Play. And there's other incentives, too, you can look up on the website, too. So, look, spread the money around. It's all right.
Do it for the kids.
Do it for the kids. Do it for us, if I can make this jump.
Oh, man. You guys got to donate if it makes this jump.
No, you can't. I mean, yeah. You should do it anyway, though. If this winds up not working, we'll do a different stage.
Okay.
Because this is going to be boring. The thing was I practiced this like 9 times yesterday, and I did it.
Did you do it first try? I bet you did it like first try.
Second.
Second, okay.
First one, I was like, oh, no.
You got some pressure on you now. It's okay.
It's that stage.
It happens.
It's that stage fright.
It's like sports,
Performance anxiety? One of the weird things about this game, too, is if you get a game over, you could continue. You'd go back to the stage select, you do whatever. Not so in Mega Man on the Game Gear. You just go back to the title screen and got to put the password in. That's always fun.
Someone suggested slide
There
jumping.
we go.
Oh, you got it anyway. Okay.
The rush coil does not work because you hit the ceiling too early, and you can't jump very well.
Mm-hmm.
So the red platforms, of course, fall off. You got bullets coming at you.
So did this game have any contribution from Capcom?
I actually don't believe so. It was all U.S. gold.
All U.S. gold.
Yeah. And, of course, that's like the entire stage. So, I mean, we took a minute on that thing. We have
you got
it. No lives left.
Like
so
third or fourth try, not bad.
Yeah, Then you got this incandescent dude here. Oh, yeah, and you can charge your buster. We just haven't yet. One weird, dumb thing about this, the bosses, they have invincibility frames like you do, so you can't. They're very hard to like rapid fire.
Oh man, he makes you like just freeze, huh?
Mm-hmm. And of course, how we're seeing it is a little bit wider. You can see how our shots don't go all the way off the screen.
Yep.
So,
Oh.
I feel good. I got that on that last one, so let's give it one more shot.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
There is a normal and hard mode. The hard mode, there's more enemies, you do more damage. I think it's a bit interesting.
I think I played this Mega Man on my Game Gear. I played like Mega Man 1 and 2. But what are the other like really good Mega Man games?
My favorite is 6.
6?
Yep. That's an opinion not everybody shares, but I really like the useless information you get on the Robot Master stages, like the intro, where it's like how high they are or tall they are, how high they are. They're robots, Duke. They're like the name of the place. I really like. That's one of my favorite things about the X games is it tells you like the stage, what it is. That was embarrassing. But 6 is a lot of fun. I like the rush armor that you can get.
Yeah.
The power fist thing and then the flying thing. There's none of that in this. You get the rush coil, which is like useless. There's like no stage where the rush coil is useful except for like getting like one power up.
They just added it in because it's Mega Man.
It's because US Gold was like, look, we've got 20 minutes to make a Mega Man game. We need Rush. We need the
Who owns
we
a
need the
Game
pooch.
Gear?
Yeah, well, and I don't know who did the Game Boy Mega Man games. I don't think it was US Gold. But those are fantastic. Most of them are fantastic. You get like the little boomerang fist in one of them. It's interesting. This is not that. But it's in color.
It is, and it looks good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, the Game Gear is surprisingly, I think, an underrated thing. Despite the fact that it's filled with fish oil, wide enough to give your, aggravate your arthritis. And probably you could like defend yourself from an attacker with it.
Yeah.
I mean, with all those AA batteries that you got to put in it, that corrosive thing is just going to protect you from anything.
I think that lasted longer than I expected when I first got my Game Gear. Like the battery life, the 3DS, the original 3DS lasted like 3 hours, and that Game Gear.
I've been getting back into the 3DS, and like, I forgot that it like still really dies if you leave it in sleep mode.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I could leave this thing like unused for an hour and it'll be fine. And then it's like, no, it's dead. And that game you didn't save, it's gone too.
Yep.
Just, And then it's like, well, if you lose a save file, you don't want to replay it.
No.
You're like, no, I'm going to buy a new video game. Especially RPGs. So what, you had this on the Game Gear. What else did you have?
Yep. On the Game Gear?
Yeah.
Just had like Sonic 2.
Okay. All right. Everybody did Naveed.
Exactly. It's like a 25-cent game.
I think they are like paving the floor with it at MAGFest here.
I had Cool Spot.
Cool Spot?
Cool
Okay.
Spot for the Game Gear. Yeah. Aw.
If you have a Robot Master made out of an incandescent light bulb, which you really aren't supposed to have anymore because it's all LED or CFL, you should at least make your jumps possible. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like it's very deceptive. It's too high.
Yeah.
Because it has to be right at the arc. And it's not like Mega Man and platforming is definitely where the challenge is in this one. But like other than Gutsman stage in the first Mega Man, like I don't think the platforming is like too crazy in these games. But this is definitely the stupidest one.
Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to get it over with.
Yep. Doesn't help you got dorky little dude throwing bullets at you.
Oh yeah,
there you go. But you see, like you have to be right on that very ledge.
Yep. Like if you take one more step, you're falling down.
Thankfully, the great team here at the Mega Man-athon has graced us with like the Frame Meister, so we get this nice clean image with like very minimal additional input lag. So that definitely makes this a lot easier to do than try to like take the RF or composite out of this and put it on HDTV. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right. Someone in the chat here did say that they did clean up some of these sprites, and they did. The actual, I think, graphical look of this game is actually very good. Waveman stage that we'll get to later, I think especially looks really nice. They still, Starman is still the wrong color on the select screen that he is in the actual game. He's green on there instead of orange like he is in the actual game. He's burning some calories jumping.
He's jumping a lot. I do like 0 jumping jacks compared to that. I do think these sprites are pretty impressive for the Game Gear. Like from what I play like
you
Sonic.
Son of a.
Aww.
You know how I said, oh yeah, you can do this with the Buster.
You got this.
Yeah. I think his weakness is Starman's weapon. But he's definitely the most. I mean, this stage is definitely the most annoying.
And this stage was supposed to like change brightness too, like.
Well, there's those little guys that they're light bulbs, and if you kill them, it gets dark, which makes some of the platforming annoying. Like those are the guys who were shooting bullets, and then there's the little rocket dudes that if you kill them, they let off a firework that brightens it back up. But you saw earlier how it was like only half done.
Yeah.
But it fixed it when you change screens at least. Oh, almost got him.
Oh,
There we go.
Nice.
And that's the hard one. Mega Man on the Game Gear. That's it. One stage. You get bright weapon. Not, that's it. It's
What does that
everything's
mean?
everything's weapon. Oh, it means, you blind them with light.
Yeah. That was a password system?
There's no you save on the Mega Man on the Game Gear. What do you think this is? You didn't even save in Mega Man 7 on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. You still have passwords.
They're cheap.
I was surprised Mega Man 11 and Mega Man 8 didn't have passwords. Did you ever play Mega Man 8? That seems to be a real controversial one.
I didn't. I played Mega Man 10 or 9 on the Wii when that came out.
Okay.
As well.
That's definitely a different type of game.
Yeah, no, Mega Man 8 was like higher, like 16-bit sort of.
Yeah, it was on the Saturn, the PS1.
Yeah.
It was the one where every time you charge the buster, it goes power shot. Something like that.
And it was the one with the terrible voice acting.
Well, yeah, drunk Dr.
voice
Wily.
acting,
I'm really glad this canon gave us an extra life because this game feel.
Ooh, that was not your fault, right?
It was my fault.
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
okay.
That's on me because the gravity's different in Starman stage. You really jump. Now imagine if this was the first stage you played of this game, and you just think that's how high Mega Man jumps. In case you're like 6 and you don't realize that in space. You jump higher. That's what Neil Armstrong said.
Low
He was on
gravity
the moon.
physics,
Yeah. One small step for Mega Man, a giant leap for Dr. Wily when he gets you with the spikes on the ceiling. What I never got was like, Dr. Wily steals, builds robots, whatever, and then he's got all these little guys. It's like, how did he come up with like, let's have a robot that just bounces, shoots 2 bullets at you.
That'll get him.
So, people who have played the NES games know that like the stages are they're the same stages. Like the secrets are there or whatever, but obviously they're cut in. So I don't know what's down there. Like, Is there a pit? I can see the spikes. The folks at home may not because it's actually part of the graphic bus area we see. So Sonic on the Game Gear had a thing where if you jump and then hold a button down, you would look.
Oh, okay.
Mega Man with a player controllable camera. What will they think of next? That's really not very useful though.
Except right there.
Yeah, and even then it's just like making sure. Now I hate this part because there's spikes everywhere. There's Mets in spacesuits even though they don't. They're robots.
Oh.
That was close.
Yeah, that was.
I did not feel comfortable about that at all. Don't feel proud of that.
So there's this fighting game I played on the Famicom. It's called Joy Mech Fight.
Oh yeah, Joy Mech Fight's awesome.
Yeah, the two they're like robot builders as well. They look exactly like Dr. Light and Dr. Wily.
That's called copyright infringement.
That is, and it was a Nintendo game. So
Nintendo saw this and they're like, we need that.
Yeah.
We need a freaky weird, because isn't it like a robot but it's like 6 ovals on top of each other.
Yeah,
That's it.
Sukapon or something.
Yeah, it's an assist trophy in Smash, right? Yeah. I hate those guys because like the weakness is like right on the eye. Sometimes these guys drop an extra life. Nope, not so much. Lucky this time. But you can see that everybody at home can see it. But you see like it mirrors.
Right.
There's spikes up there that I was like the first time I was playing this like this I was like, oh no, I can't get through this part because I'll die. There's nothing wrong with it. You got little baseball throwing dudes here. Real nice guys.
Oh. Yeah,
that's freaky.
That throws me off. Yeah.
See if I can get one charge shot on that guy. Yep.
Nice. Oh, got to the boss.
Oh no, your friend and mine, Lord Voltar's in the chat now. Guy that did the NES RGB mod for me, so I could play the real Mega Man games in pristine, good quality. Good old Starman. He at least lets you like hit him after he attacks you. Just feels like, you know what? I'm gonna hang out here, guys.
I mean, he just shot like 6 stars.
Yeah,
out of his body.
Whenever I do that, I stay in the air for a second and let somebody get a free shot at me too.
I combust usually, like.
I'm a dying white star.
I'm surprised he doesn't just implode. Man, he seemed pretty.
Starman's
pretty
definitely
simple.
I think the easiest one.
Yeah.
Nah, I think. What do you think, Stone Man or Napalm Man?
I'm gonna say Napalm.
Okay.
I like me some Napalm. That's a weird thing to say.
It's not like an energy drink, Naveed. You don't drink it. This is a weird one where it's gonna be wonky for us
Yeah.
because there's a part where these like spike things come at you, and on the way we've looked at it without the crop, it looks like they just pop out of nowhere. So I'm gonna be like inching along on that part, but this is the one. This is where like Dr. Wiley like really could have like done something cool because like you've got this like tiger guy. Like look at that.
Yeah.
You could put that in a zoo, a petting zoo, because look,
That
it's
should be
very
his new
friendly. It's
job,
just
like-
giving him like it's just trying to give Mega Man a big old kiss.
Why doesn't he just like make a mechanical zoo? That'll get him like
That's probably a plot in a
Like
Mega
a-
Man game that hasn't come out yet.
a
Like,
robot
Dr. Wily
zoo.
turned over a new leaf with the robot zoo. And Mega Man's weary about it, but Dr. Light says we need to trust him because they went to school together.
it'll probably it'd be a ploy.
And then the animals get real fast or real strong because he put double gears in all the animals. So the cats can purr twice as fast. This part. So like these things just kind of pop up for us. But if you look at it on the actual Game Gear screen, it's just like, oh no, I just gotta watch out.
Yep.
But you see like the background. See how like the background sprites
Yep.
kind of come in. Like there's a wall here. There's not really.
I think they can see a little bit of that on
Maybe,
on-
yeah.
Yeah.
Got our free E-tank over here.
Oh, nice.
We might
Know
need
the
that.
secrets, Duke.
But yeah, that one. Get a little sand dune action here. Sniper Joe in the helicopter.
And remember, if you guys want to donate, it's MegaMan-athon.com. $25 gets you,
One hell of an incentive.
yeah, into a drawing to win a Nintendo Switch, all the Mega Man games physical on the system, as well as a Mega Man helmet.
Got over $1,600 donated during the Mega Man-athon 7 here at MAGFest. That's
Nice.
really awesome. That's going
Yeah.
all to Child's Play, which is a great charity. This
Yes.
is one heck of an event, yearly tradition here at MAGFest. There's me and you, of course, but there's all the other Mega Man games getting played too. The good ones,
Yeah.
too. Not just Mega Man on the Game Gear. You don't have to just watch us suffer.
Well, you're the one suffering. I'm just sitting here watching you suffer.
You're enjoying it.
Yeah, no, this is great for me.
Always wanted to watch you bang, dude. Yeah, I hate this. This is one of those guys. Like, Dr. Wily, make the whole robot out of what you make that guy. Not, like, oh no, the eyes have to be the weak part. Dr. Wily's crazy, but he's fair. There's been 2 free extra lives on this stage, and I don't know if that's actually supposed to be a thing.
I don't think you should complain about that.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it's a bit weird. That guy looked like real tough, and then he's like nothing.
Peter Diaz says Mega Man DOS, is that a thing?
Mega Man DOS is a thing. I don't like to talk about this redheaded stepchild, but
Oh.
Mega Man look kind of like
Oh.
he looks real weird
Okay.
in the DOS games. I don't know if I think that might be like against MAGFest policy if we have too many of that.
Oh, that Mega Man?
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Is it like Fat Pikachu versus like New Pikachu?
No, it's like it's like you paid somebody that had a little too much to drink to draw Mega Man,
Oh.
and then make an entire video game out of it.
Oh, okay.
This guy's, I think, Napalm Man has like the worst weapon in Mega Man because you get like it's that you just get like a bomb that like barely goes anywhere, whereas he can shoot like them as like missiles.
There's Mega Man 2 games on DOS, Mega Man, and Mega Man 3, so there's a lot of Mega Man DOS games.
Where's Mega Man 2 on the DOS? Oh, Library of Congress. Archived that beauty and wouldn't let it out.
Oh man, it's gonna close.
I've got no qualms with using that E-tank. I don't want to do that again.
Nice.
Ooh. Now we get a weapon, like literally, it just like falls. It's like he's got the bus strap, and it just like the bomb just like, boop. It's like
That's
it's like
it.
Samus dropping a bomb. It's like almost right down on top.
Speaking of like not really robots, but you know, cool power suits. Samus has a pretty cool power suit.
Does she?
Yeah.
the variable. I mean, the Varia.
Well, she's got a lot of suits. The Varia suit, gravity suit.
If you beat Mega Man on the Game Gear and put in the weird password of the word, you find out it's actually Roll. There actually is a new ROM hack of this game where you play as 3 different versions of Roll.
Really?
Yeah. Like in how her design's changed. Like, it hasn't done drastically, but I think you can play as the a version of Roll in this game that's designed after the cartoon. Did you ever watch the Mega Man cartoon?
No, I watched. Was it Captain N?
Okay,
With Mega Man
that was animated things with voices.
Yes. Well, maybe voices. Mega Man's voice. I don't know what was up with that.
How did it go?
Okay, I got power now.
Something like that.
And Pit was Kid Icarus.
Yep.
Which I think is a joke in Smash, where he's like, and Pit's name's not Icarus. Yeah, Captain N was a thing because Mega Man. Let me put it this way: Mega Man DOS looks better than Mega Man from Captain N.
Wow.
At least the colors are right.
Wow. Yeah,
Maybe they didn't have like the full license for Captain N to do Mega Man, so it's like, oh, he's a Mega Man.
But they could use.
I should kill that Met so it doesn't keep knocking me off the ladder.
But he was green in that show, right?
Yeah, he had a weird face mask, all that stuff. I mean, and Simon Belmont was like me in college. Like, always worried about his hair. But I still love the Castlevania 3 episode of that where like Alucard is like a rebellious teenager. He's like, well, Dad, watch the cape.
I don't think I saw that one.
You dead beast, get out of my castle. I did see somebody edited like something on YouTube that is that scene, but it's all Symphony of the Night voiceover bits, and then all of a sudden he's like, well, Dad, watch the cape. I can't remember the rest of the scene.
There's some good Symphony of the Night.
There's some good stuff on YouTube. You ever heard of it? It's this
no.
website. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. You have one of those YouTube channels.
I do. Nothing's been posted in years, though.
You're supposed to say, I'm working on my thesis. It's like that homeless guy that asked if we were on sabbatical. You guys asked that at like PRGE, right?
Yeah.
It's good times. Why would look that Roomba with the mouse attached to it is like not doing a very good job. But I'm like, oh, okay. I want that power up anyway. I thought I could get away without getting hit by that guy.
There's an episode in Captain N. That guy says that Mega Man was arguing whether Duke or Rush talked. Did you see that one?
No.
No?
No. You know what? I own the DVD of that, and maybe I have seen it. I've drank that memory away. Because when I edited the video game years for Retroware TV, I had the pleasure of doing the Super Mario Brothers Super Show episode where we talked about the cartoons, like the Zelda cartoon, which I actually liked a little bit. Link's a jerk, but I liked Zelda in it. I liked the design at least. Ganon was stupid because he's like, yo, he just groaned a lot. He was like a really bad Skeletor.
Yeah. And he actually was Ganon in that show, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, because in the first Zelda, it was Pig Boy Ganon.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't until they went 3D that they were like, let's make him sexy.
Yeah. Hot.
Let's make him green and mean. Why does he have a sword in Smash? He never uses a sword.
I don't know.
Zelda. He has a pitchfork.
They were like, we need to make Ganondorf better, so they gave him a weapon, I guess. I don't know. Made him a little faster.
I think.
Where does he have the sword? Where's that from?
I know in Hyrule Warriors he has a. I think you can blow this up.
I see that extra life over there.
He has swords and everything, but he doesn't use them too much. I guess I don't know. Look, I've got 3 lives. Let's forget about it. I hate this part. This is like even in the normal games, this is a bit much.
He does have a sword in Wind Waker. He does use a sword in Wind Waker.
That's true, but he's also like fat. He's not the Smash version. Like I want Ganondorf in Smash to be the Wind Waker Ganondorf.
Dude, that would be
I
really
think that would be sweet because that was my favorite one because he's like an old Japanese samurai look kind of thing. Like he's a very cool design. I think he's also probably the most evil. He did win almost.
His design in Wind Waker is really like one of my favorites for sure as well. Yeah.
it's the most like not super generic mean evil guy. Like like in Ocarina of Time, I think it's kind of like. Ugh. So speaking of 64 games, I first played the bastardization that was Mega Man 64 before I played Mega Man Legends.
Yeah.
I loved Mega Man 64.
Okay. What are the differences?
The PlayStation version has like better voice quality and texture resolutions. It controls better.
Yeah.
I was never like a big fan of the 64s. Like, look, I had Harvest Moon and that was a great game. But like, Spyro was my Mario 64. But I really liked Mega Man 64, which was just Legends.
Right.
And I loved Legends 2. And then I let a friend of mine in high school borrow it, and he broke it.
Oh, that's a mistake.
And and that was right when that game was starting to get like pretty expensive.
And now, I mean, good luck.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
They're saying Ganondorf was like a samurai in Wind Waker. That's true.
Yeah, it definitely looked the part.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wind Waker Ganon was especially that puppet. I forgot about the puppet.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So old Stone Man here, I mean, he's just a big tough boy.
He seems
he's
like
he's like Guts Man that like met the guy from Fantastic Four. Right?
Yeah, that's how. What is that guy's name in Fantastic Four?
I don't know. Do they make like 90 billion movies of that?
I don't know.
I was never
didn't
like
watch
a
any
big
of them.
comic guy.
I've seen like the recent ones, but never Fantastic Four movies.
It wasn't the Nintendo Power comics. I didn't read them.
What was the other comic Nintendo Power had? Was it Nestor or something?
Nestor was like a
his,
Nintendo Power dude.
Yeah, they made a game about him, right? Nestor's
Nestor,
Funky Bowling.
Yeah, I mean, Funky Bowling.
The Virtual Boy.
Great. What's funky? That's an angry video game nerd joke, I bet. What's funky about it? Yeah, come on. You know, when I land, I like to fall apart. It sounds like you need medicine for that. When you jump, do you fall apart? If so, try Mega Buster. Mega Buster comes with side effects like disintegration in the middle of a stage at the top of a mountain. If you experience disintegration for more than 4 hours, call Dr. Wily. So that's all 4. Count them 4 Robot Masters. Because the Game Gear's so small, you can't fit 8.
That's unfortunate.
It is, but you can't have it with. I think this is Dr. Cossack's castle from Mega Man 4, because this is a combination of like Mega Man's 4 and 5, sort of. But instead of real Dr. Wily stages, this is like, just give a wave, man.
More?
Let's give you another boss. The thing is, there's no passwords after this.
Okay, so
There's no
you
more.
gotta really like step your game up here.
Yeah, and see, I really like the way this stage looks. Like just the design of it is like being a ship. There's like little steam traps. There's like these anchor things.
Nice animation in that water.
Yeah, that's the best animation the Game Gear's gonna get. Yeah, like the little steam things can hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the one stage where sliding is really useful. The last stage where you fight Dr. Wily is like Quickman's stage from Mega Man 2. But the beams, I think you get like one free hit instead of instant death from them, so it's a bit weird. But other than that, sliding is usually like not a big thing in this game. Like same with Rush Coil, like we haven't needed it yet.
Right.
There is a weird part in this stage where you have to jump on these bubbles, and you got to get the order right, and that can be a little funky.
That's where you might want to use it.
No, because you wouldn't be able to fit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like trying to make sure you get on these right ones. But like Rush Jet would have been great. I don't think this game had the real one had. See, I got too worried about it. Should jump to the left more. But then again, I guess if you had Rush Jet, you would just hit the wall and you would just stop.
Yeah.
So.
We were talking about Roll earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever play Tatsunoko vs. Capcom?
No.
No.
What is that?
That's a
I
fighting
can't pronounce
game.
that word.
Tatsunoko?
Yeah.
Noko.
Tatsunoko.
It's a fighting game on the Wii, and Roll was a playable fighter in that, and she would just like sweep up the characters. Like she had her
like,
sweeper.
I know in the cartoon she had her like Mega Buster was a vacuum.
Yeah.
So when Cutsman's like, I'm going to cut you up, she's like, yeah, well, you suck. I did love that show. So I love Proto Mana and that, especially when he like assaults a federal monument.
Yeah, Mega Man Volnut was also playable in that game.
Okay, yeah. Because like I said, I love Legends. I love the story. I'm still wondering. I thought Mega Man like had his armor on all the time, and then the Legends 2, he's like domesticating himself and learning how to cook, and he like took the armor off, and I was like, "Who's this kid?" I didn't even know it was a Mega Man at first, but I was like 9, stupid. This is another one of those robots where Dr. Wily's like, "Look, the big blue thing. Please don't shoot that. That's my squid's. That's my calamari's weakness."
And I'm glad so many people like remember Tatsunoko vs. Capcom.
Oh man. So it was on the Wii?
It was a Wii fighting game, yeah. It's such a strange
But it's not
mashup,
Castlevania
too.
Judgment?
It's
Is
not
it good?
Castlevania Judgment. It is good. It was developed by Capcom, like a Marvel vs. Capcom.
I was going to say,
game,
I did play a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
I like that this guy shoots jawbreakers at you. Just like these big, slow red bullets.
This guy takes a lot of hits, huh?
Well, I'm missing most of them
you've
because they're
been
bouncing
missing, but-
off. Yeah, like I can only get like 1 or 2 in when he pops up, but you got to get it right on that, there. That thing in his forehead, that little gem. And then, of course, if you die here, you got to go do all that again, I think. They drop power-ups quite frequently, though.
Yeah,
here,
they're kind about it.
yeah, they're like, we know you're almost done. We know you're about ready to return this to EB Games.
Or a Funko Land or something.
Yeah,
you know?
whatever. What's out of business here in America? Sears.
At the time you were buying this, you know.
No, I mean, honestly, I think my first Mega Man game was Mega Man 5 at a friend's house. I never owned the NES ones till I think 8 was the first one I owned for sure on the PlayStation.
Is there a difference between the PlayStation version and the Saturn version of that game?
I'm not sure on anything specifically. But yeah, I knew he was going to do that.
Yeah.
I know, like with Symphony of the Night, the difference between the Saturn ones. Like, Forza Maria's playable right from the start. This Japanese Saturn one, she plays totally differently than she does in the English one.
Japanese version was the Symphony of the Night was only released in Japan, right? On Saturn.
On Saturn, yeah. The resolution's wonky, so like there's like weird way the pixels scale. My Life in Game Boys have a video about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so technically, you know how every Robot Master has a weakness. In this game, technically, because there isn't whatever Waveman's real weakness is, he's just weak to the Mega Buster.
They just made it weak to that?
Yeah, he takes a little bit more damage than everybody else in this game. So that's weird.
It's nice, though.
I mean, Dr. Wily was getting lazy. It was late.
Yep.
He's like, boy, I've got 9 more of these guys to
just
make.
build this fast.
Yeah. I can't, like, he's like got deja vu. She's like, I swear I've invaded this Russian guy's castle before. And of course, the last Robot Master is good old Toad Man.
Toad Man, I love that.
This stage is weird too because it's got the wind at the beginning, but yeah. He's just a weird looking dude. Just like, I'm a toad. Have you seen a toad dab at you before?
No.
It's kind of what he's doing.
Now I'm just imagining Toad from like Mario dabbing at me, and I don't want to. I don't want
to live in that reality.
No.
And I don't want to live in reality where Mega Man just murders innocent penguins in the rain.
Yeah.
But
the robot penguins.
I don't make the rules. Yeah, this you have several stages in this game where your jumping is affected, like in this one where there's just that little bit of wind resistance.
That seems super annoying.
It is, but it's no Bright Man stage. Like, look, I would like the Guts Man stage in Mega Man 1. I think is probably the hardest jumps in the game. Those weird platforms. I'd take that over that jump any day. I think. Because then you have like the running water and like, oh boy, sewer rats. When I think of Toads, I definitely think castle sewage system.
Well, I don't know. Toads are dirty. I don't know.
I don't think. I mean, they're like fresh water. Like they hang out near Well, I guess they're not frogs, so they're not necessarily near water.
Yeah.
But I don't think of them as sewer creatures
Me neither.
that have acid rain. And then you have this giant escargot guy
Whoa.
with his
That-
eyes.
He looks like really good in terms of like his sprite work.
Yeah, but he took like 2 bullets, like
Yeah.
that big thing, and it's like, oh no, my eyes, they're ruined. I'm just gonna blow up. And then now they make it harder. It's like, okay, now you know how to beat that guy. We're gonna add a little water resistance here.
Oh. Still takes like one
well,
shot,
Yeah,
though.
it's 1 or 2. It's weird. Then you got these cheap dudes from or Big Bertha from Mario 3, except they just don't eat you. They hover around down there to let you know they are ever present. This is probably where the rush coil could be useful in case like you just need to get like a little higher than normal, but still like not a lot.
That's what Prof 9 was recommending in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Some rush coil for these jumps.
Since that, if that snail guy took more hits, that would be the best way to do it. This is the one boss where like definitely using the weapon he's weak against, the wave weapon, is smart, because as soon as he starts his little boogie, if you hit him,
he just like, you know, he dances a little bit. That's really, really cute. Oh, whoa.
because you can't do it twice, so you gotta wait for the wave to disappear. But if you hit him while he's like shaking his hips, you can stop the acid rain thing. It's because it's not a real dab. If his hand was a little bit more in front of his face, it would be.
Yeah, but it's nice to think of it like a
Yeah.
dab, you know?
Makes me think they were, hip to it.
I can't get over that dance.
Shakira said her hips don't lie, but Toadman's don't, that's for sure.
I think Toadman's
I think I've got
like
one more
up Shakira.
wave attack. Oh, I turned it off. Oh,
Well,
whoops. It's okay. He's
he's going
dead.
down.
There you go. This leaves good old Dr. W.
How hard is he in this game?
He's annoying because there's parts where you just can't hit him. He's too tall.
Oh, yeah?
Too high up there. But he just has, I think it's Mega Man 5, it's that version of Dr. Wily where in his saucer where he just, see, there's Dr. Wily's castle. Like,
Yeah.
Dr. Caustic's is done, so here you go.
Now you're here.
And that's it. It's just, this is basically Quick Man stage. There, I will say, I know the screen's kind of nicely cropped for the stream, but if this would be an epilepsy warning, because the way this game works, there's a background that like really flashes really wildly. So just keep that in mind. You'll definitely see what I'm talking about when they do. So there's our rush coil for you. Get that extra life. Thank you, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Rush for 2020. He'll jump you up right to the economy. I don't know. Yeah, so you got the little quick man lasers going
Those
here.
are those instant deaths?
Well, not in this one. They kind of like, you do damage on the first one, and then the second one, I think, kills you. It's
Okay.
weird. So you see what I'm talking about. Yeah. Because those like things are flashing in the background, the whole extra Master System thing
probably
flashes.
good that that's cut
I'm
off.
looking at the crop thing. Thankfully,
Yeah.
that's not an issue. I did forget about that until like right before we got started here. Seriously, when I first played like this level as a kid, I just sat here and was like, boy, this hallway's super long.
Yeah.
You got to jump a bit because it's just dark. Okay, this is the weird part. Oh, okay, so that one killed me in one hit, but I think it's the flashing part at the very top of the lasers doesn't kill you instantly, but the big part, the not the head, but the rest of the laser does kill you in one hit, maybe. Something like that.
Oh.
I tell you, I know it happens. That's what so maybe it's a glitch in the old Gear Boy.
Go.
See, I got hit by it. Yeah,
That's weird. That's
And
strange
that
that
one.
it kills you like above, but not that one.
Took pity. That's all. All right.
This is it, huh?
This is Dr. Wily. And of course, he just teleports away to get to the actual stage instead of just using it as a checkpoint.
Yep.
Of course, you see this capsule. I'm like, oh no, there's a boss rush, because that's the teleporter things for the boss rush rooms. No, it's just hey.
Dr. Wily.
I like that he's like facing forward. He's just like, I'm gonna get you, Mega Man. So he kind of teleports in here, and then he shoots two things at you, and then he Starman weapons you. But you don't know where he's gonna go. So sometimes he can be like close by.
Just show up like right in your face sometimes.
And he's like super tall, so it's really hard to gotta get to him. So it's a waiting game. Until he does it like right on top of you.
Yeah.
Well, you see that slowdown, that sprite
Oh
limit?
yeah. This does seem a little annoying, just like having to wait.
Yeah.
For it to...
We'll try a little extra. We got one on there, but it doesn't do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Love that slowdown too.
I was like, maybe I'll use the E-Tank here, but not when he's not very damaged at all. Oh, see, I did a little bit more.
Jason's saying use the star shield maybe?
Well, we will when I die
Later.
here.
Yeah. Toss that in different directions.
You know what? We'll find out. So Jason, this is actually a Master System converted thing. We actually have a Master EverDrive with a real Sega Master System. We are using a Sega Genesis controller there because I'm not, an idiot. Yeah, so the star weapon, also known as the crash weapon, not to be confused with Crash Man, this is totally different. And I gotta go take care of that guy first.
Very useful.
Yeah.
Health right there.
Yeah, I wish it was an extra life
Yeah.
instead, or an E-Tank, but what can you do? I don't.
Can't shoot that up?
It didn't look like I could.
Okay.
It's got a wide berth though, so it takes up some room. You use a lot of it when you use it though.
Didn't seem like it did too much damage.
No, the fully charged Mega Buster does the most damage to him, that's for sure. But at least with those, I think you get a few hits in. Okay, out of the stone weapon. I'll just give this a Toad Rain. Toad Rain will hit him, but probably the timing's got to be weird. We'll try that here in a second.
Oof.
Yeah, see, like it's just
So
like right
close.
under him. I bet Rush Coil would be useful. You know what? I'm going to risk it. Might have used it. And what I also hate about this is when Dr. Wily disappears, his health bar also it goes empty. So you're like, oh
So
yeah,
you don't know
I've
where
almost
you're
got him,
at.
almost got him, and then it's like, fooled you.
I always think he's like almost dead.
Yeah, because it's kind. You can see it kind of being empty right now.
Also, like last time you're fighting him, I thought like your health bar was his,
Oh.
so it was so low, and I was like,
Well, it's not a different color. Like you get spoiled by that, I think, in
Yeah.
the NES ones for sure. And I think some of the other bosses had different colors too.
you're close now though.
There we go.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mega Man on the Game Gear. And then you get his power. You get to be in a dumb spaceship.
Good job.
You blow up the Russian Count's castle, you know. Not the place we just were before we went to that stage, but that thing. Mission, that's debatable.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Dude, you did a perfect job.
Look, Dr. Light, compromises were made. We didn't need a password. We got through her, which I'm very surprised with. You get a little fireworks show. Michael Hart, you know, you did an admirable job.
Hey, he did what he could with what he had.
He did
you
what he
know?
could. I'm sure somebody was like, look, it's about Christmas. Paul, Michael, get on it. We
Paul
need Mega
Gregory.
Man by 9.
Good job.
So once again, Naveed, tell me about this YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel, it's just my name, Naveed Mohabi. I make like Nintendo videos mostly. Forgotten Nintendo games was the last thing I made. I'm making a new one called Nintendo's Forgotten Wii Games. Should be up soon. What about you?
Soon.
Yeah.
The 8-Bit Duke, I'm actually working on a video on Mega Man 11. That'll be up here in a couple weeks. I'm also working on another one about the NES Mac Venture games, which
Nice.
is what I'm apparently known for. Because there's some fan ones coming out that
Yeah.
are very good that you can get for free or dirt
Awesome.
cheap that are very impressive. But before we wrap up, we definitely got to remind people that, look, you can donate right now.
Definitely.
$25 get you one hot entry.
Yep.
You can have a few. Just
You
takes
can have
$25
as many as you want.
to win an entire Nintendo Switch and the entire Mega Man library that's physically released for that. So that's Legacy Collection,
Yep.
Legacy Collection 2, and the Legacy Collection for X, whatever
Right.
the actually one is, as well as Mega Man 11, which
Yep.
no matter what version of Mega Man 11 you get, they're all like,
Yep.
they're all very good.
And the Mega Man helmet. Don't forget
Don't
that.
forget the Mega Man helmet.
That
Look,
comes
look.
in the package as well.
Yeah.
And then there's also incentives for lower
Other
donations,
donations
as well.
too. And you know what? No matter what you can donate and give, that's really good
all
because
going
it
to a
always
good
goes to a
cause.
great cause of Child's Play. You know, you got $1. It's like donating to public radio, Patreon, stuff like that. You got $2. That's great. That was $2 somebody else didn't have that they could be put to a good use. So
Absolutely.
that's look. Dr. Wiley's just gonna sit here yell at Mega Man. He's like, look, you got on my lawn, you ruined my robots. You got on my mountain here. I just want you to go home. He's mad, but he's not begging for mercy like he does in every other game where he's like, he's just screaming at him like my grandfather when I ruined the VCR when I was 6.
Oh, no.
It's bad memories.
Why'd you do that, dude?
Look, I wanted to know how it worked.
Okay.
I wanted Lord of the Dance on VHS.
Well, you can get that, too.
That's one of the prizes. So
Yeah.
that's us. That's Mega Man on the Game Gear here at the Mega Man-athon 7 at MAGFest. Thank you so much for tuning in and suffering with us.
Yes.
There's plenty more Mega Man coming up. There's lots of concerts, all sorts of stuff. So look, you're already here. Why would you go anywhere else? So that's us. Thanks for watching.